Why so soon, my brother? Yes, you go home, but we never forget you. You were the one, so they started to. We just wanna say R.I.P. to you, but we believe we will meet again. I did too many me kwa kama semni asembi na ba mi bomene no so kwa edwana dwa mi da besi den na mada oh we miss you sign bureau yes we miss you sign bureau me to me die so really man. Don't tell me, say, baby, I'm fine. Why do you want to go and crying? Why so soon, my brother? Yes, you go home, but we never forget you. You were the one, so they started to. We just wanna say R.I.P. to you, but we believe we will meet again.
Me to me die soon, so I can't lie you. The pains in my veins if I tell you. Although we go die, why so soon? My brother won't try, he pay me. We started from the trenches and right this I can't find you. Your plans are she share now, share go. Oh yeah, that is so painful, I can't let this go like this. Oh brother won't try, I share me bro, he pay me. Dear brother, morals never promise, so keep pushing harder. Don't give up my nigga. Dear brother, morals never promise, so keep pushing harder. Don't give up my nigga.
Don't tell me, say, baby, I'm fine. Why do you want to go and crying? Why so soon? Bro, we miss you. Sign below. Yes, we miss you. Sign below. Me to me die so baby man. Don't tell me, say, baby, I'm fine. Why do you want to go and crying? Why so soon, my brother? Yes, you go home, but we never forget you. You were the one, so they started to. We just wanna say R.I.P. to you, but we believe we will meet again. I did too many me kwa kama semni asembi na ba mi bomene no so kwa edwana dwa mi da besi den na mada.
Morning, 26th day of May 2026, and we are grateful to God for giving us such a wonderful day, yet another beautiful Tuesday morning. We are here in the studios of West Coast TV, and this is Coastal Morning. We are transmitting or streaming live from our ground counter in the ADB building. This is where the big story and the big conversation that propels development in communities really start. My name is Richard Bintuma, together with Mr. Emmanuel Yabua, John Kudu, and Sakos Morsa, and the Able production team led by Queen Dazzle, Oliver, and Prosper. We are here to make your day beautiful. I'll take a breather when I time is being fast spent. Mr. Yabua is ready with the motivation for the day. Mr. Yabua, good morning.
Good morning.
Abukwe.
Yamni akumi.
Yami enkum.
Last of the.
Yami bashe. Yeah, kicking.
Okay.
Trying to do a bit to help, and that man like Baba Kivia. We are doing a bit. We are doing a bit.
Mr. West Coast TV, you are grounded.
You are brave.
You are brave. It's ours.
It's ours.
Yeah, it's the. All right. Into one say Hanemia, Manama Zuma, Konswa, Ma on the Zuma title. The good people of our Zuma Moti. Now, Akoso Almani Otopo, Mabe Yako. Kotopo there, Manama Zuma Mabusuma Bani, Benyakwa Jackie, and Manmabale, Kwanzere, Eton Fufu or Hanepake, and Otopo Busumoti. one the Mr. Mabe. Now, Mekos Obalane, Baga, Badihele, Banuma, Mabe Yako. Now, Mama Kalake. Then the ritual, Oyuabawo, Ama Ohaninu, Kalakane, the Bama Yasha Yamuzo, na said the Bella Yamadia, Yabo. One name, I say, my words of motivation, my Yaped Yanakubanu, Naku Yabu Ajaka, Awo, Abraba, quantum more you would, Maya. No one name on Pake Kra,
Brow Waller, one to let. Abraba going to.
And now, one need to let Mlawase, a hunter professor, Mlawase. And but what professor that's a quick and there is
Momo, yeah, some forms of that.
All right, didn't see you cry words of motivation in there. But then one name, more Maka, and I can Pekamakanga, the Yamoti of your day and Akubanu, Ele, he say, your mind will quit 1,000 times before your body does. Train your mind first. Mrs. Rodoko, your mind will quit 1,000 times before your body does. Train your mind first. The Madia Meka, Oyuande ne Abraboma Yeboy, say alcohol bomani, say Akelibua, Imoti G, Adrene more Yamane Eva Emania. Menti Emo Adrene, Krahamo Yamane, a word Maya, a word so special, okay. You will tele izenu ya awa kana momo ilanma menti ede so delicate so special na akra awbonu krampa uti dibomane e bansa na usa uho waja ne omon kan yaga that should tell you ke murameza the bela mo yakeye bela ne ezo awanu ezo telenu menti mwane mamukala ke umra meme duatile we ka oworo atuatile ya ma ha mo atide so train one journey first answer na we train your body na umra mipo me say idi tile mada adwene mada nti mo ma akwadwene ya umra me so ya mada etwa ozula so it's a success begins in the mind. So Kalibua a wadwinin anake a boeto a wadwinin. When you train your mind to stay focused, strong, and determined, your body learns to keep going even in difficult moments. The bella war adwinin. The man wanting peke ya fieta ya nakobanwa ke yelibomene na yezezi yadwinin first. Na uname say it was this peke ya kobomene. Ebeke ye dibuo e wa abrabo enu a emu ateji na adwene zo the bela mapaka ye wo yu ade ne adwene ye ekaba ekwa wato ansana medua ya doa emseza
Nti yelibo mo dey say ya adwene everything stems right from the mind and sana so sometimes the abokla adwene will give up early before body die so let's train our mind we can persevere, we can.
But a beer during German care, a brand new crime, yambo. The adrenaline. And I can go a brass and cram of one. That's what the adrenaline is. I more team in the correct. Sacrabo in the correct. No pump in the correct. More to the adrenaline.
So, yeah, adrenaline mindset is very important. If you have that can do spirit, everything stems from the mind. Adrenaline. Give it up, the body will also give up. I know one say for this wonderful motivation and make a book day in Akrobana. But we have a sports debate in one and Queen Dazzle is ready to give us remember Ghana will be up against Wales on second, and I'm told a squad day for that particular friendly encounter. Blasters coach but people are saying the final squad the Moboko World Cup will not be too much different from this particular squad. This is a 28-man squad. We are expected to present 26, so we are looking at 2 leaving the squad. Anake be well calculated. But what are the notable names in this particular at least more the Blasters coach auntie. Anyone Queen, good morning.
Morning.
Apome.
Yaminado.
So what do you have for us? Sports and people.
Okay, in the sports, yen shada yen drift from our Ghana for the 2nd June friendly match against Wales. No, yes, yene Kolapa waiting washer now I bet to go Asat ended that 25th May na and 18 yashe yedi asum yene ashefuina na. With this 28-man squad, no, people are talking. People are saying a lot of things. That to them America there 26. No, it will come out from the May 28. Now, maybe within some few minutes, meeting my possible 26, and then excluding the 2 that Ghana for ABI expect today. Will be free. Into yen share, echo yene goalkeeping side. I wanna wait to watch and we keep it him safe. Area Maina. We have Benjamin Asari, Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Anang, Solomon Agbesi, and Paul Reverson. Yenko yene defense. So we have Baba Rahman, the prodigal son, Gideon Mensah, Marvin Senaya, Alidu Seidu, Abdul Mumin, Jerome Opokun, Jonas Ajete, Kofi Opon Pepra, Alexander Jiku, and then here field news are Elisha Owusu, Thomas Pate, Kwesi Sebo, Augustine Boache, Caleb Irenchi, forwards, and as there, I want to obey any wings now, my Abdul Fatah Isahaku Woho, Kamadin Sulemana, Christopher Bonsuba, Ernest Nuama, Antoine Semenyo, the Masana Brandon, Thomas Asante, Prince Kwabena Edu, Inaki Williams, and Jordan. Are you and a waiting washer, we keep any wings no? What the am I need to say, Richie? This is any 28-man squad for any friendly match against Wales on Tuesday. On Tuesday, okay. And after that, no, we are all expecting the 26 squad. You bring a free 28-man squad.
So you are not expecting there will be any addition or like if
there is going to be an addition, then the question should be why this selection?
Because people are mentioning Joseph Painter. I'm hearing of Afinia Jan, then Ashimeru. I'm sure the friendly against Mexico, no, these guys.
Okay, I believe Joseph Pinto played in place of Baba Rahman. Because you see, some years, I think 3 years ago, Baba Rahman played, and then the critics from Ghanaians, Obuna Bemeni was like, but then right now, in China, we are saying he's a prodigal son.
But let's say, since he left, I don't think you've had a proper left back will replace him. So for me, and he's doing well now. If Baba Rahman comes back, I'm okay.
So he has come in place of Joseph Pinto.
Okay,
so
yeah, we know two might leave, but one of them.
Echo goalkeeping aspect in the media. I'm expecting Paul Reverson to be out of the squad because.
But we need 3 goalkeepers.
We need 3 goalkeepers.
And we have 5.
We have Lawrence Atizigi. He's a top-rated goalkeeper for Ebano Black Stars. We have Benjamin Asari. We have Joseph Annan. And he said, the Paul Reverson, we are placing him at like 4th or 5th position. And
but the Solomon Agbesi of us to focus here.
Exactly. But then somebody that I am expecting him to be out of the squad.
So okay. So you mean one goalkeeper
should be out? Yes.
Oh, okay. And if that should be, it shouldn't be Solomon Agbesi.
Yeah, it should be Paul Reverson.
Reverson of Ayas,
because
right?
Yes, he hasn't really gotten that experience with the local players, that national team, team bonding, and all those. So I believe, in my personal interest, that he should sit somewhere. So Oban, we need 26-man squad now, and then also Prince Kwabena Edu.
Prince Kwabena Edu.
Yes, he is playing for. Something Victoria in Czech Republic.
Victoria Pleasant.
Yes. I believe with the likes of Inaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo, Jordan Ayew, and there's Nuama, and then we're trying to fit him in it. Although he's now growing,
so
he's developing. There is more time.
Okay, and to by way of sports tidbit from Queen Dazzle, Queen, the better was then giving us a wonderful insight on. The 28-man squad, the Blasters of Ghana, will be used the Abo or the friendly against Wales on 2nd June. We are hoping the finalists will be out and support. But remember, this is the best we have. And I remember some time ago, the GFA president said, so if we have Ronaldo, we have Messi somewhere, show us. So these are this. But unfortunate thing is that we cannot have Kudus because of Ibra. But if there's any magic, that should be done. I remember in one of our World Cups, we had to look for someone from one of these countries, Brazil or so. Was it that person needed to work on as a moja and then be what is some special oil? If there's something that we can do, please let's help our Kudus, because some of us would love to see Kudus there. But also issues about Nesniama not not having enough playing time. Now these are some of the issues and Baby will raise. But let's see what really happens at the end of the day. In support. Anti-blasters of Ghana. The discussion will start. We'll look at the traffic situation here in Aguna Kwanta, the municipal capital. What can be done? Now you ease vehicular traffic. Aguna will also be looking at. Yesterday was the AUD. What is happening? We'll link it to what is happening in South Africa. Ghana for one came. South Africa for on up to the 30th of this month. There was this one, including all other African immigrants were South Africa. These and other issues that we'll be dealing with. But remember, today we have a special one with the NDC's Deputy Regional Communication Officer, Honorable Ebenezer Essien Ewahade. Stick and stay with us. We have a lot for you today.
West Coast and down as you Marmo Costa morning so you guazule unumane bre bawazi de bie ma ye belane bomodna fuazo chiamamie ke kebebe kon witimo ya chichide yo na West Coast TV mo ya ke buake ya kan da buake mo ma ye belane wonmo me West Coast TV.
Sir John, good morning.
Yeah, Milozro.
Abukoye.
Anyamna adoni.
Onya pkawane.
Malasi. I'm not looking at
that. I'm but I'm unable to pronounce it.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's the clear pool. The black boko. Oh, you man boko. Oh, my lazy. The black lazy. Okalaga. Kala.
A little bit after show, I met one lady. Back but I met this lady and said, who is that, Sir John? Can I? So, so if there's anything, I'll give.
Okay, I don't produce them, so.
And contact Maya.
No, I said I'm producer. I can produce a mayor. I'm producer manager. I'm the say this is a contract.
Yeah.
So why you deny your
responsibility?
Sometimes.
Producer
manager go as soon as there is a contract. Meti at Ken Mez everywhere. Then you go ahead
and I wanted to seek your consent.
So the manager is now, being managed by Metimawasi. Okay, my mom is a major promoting young politicians. You see, get an opportunity to be on West Coast TV, in fact, you can see West Coast, we are the best. West Coast is the best. Currently, we are Andaki. Ya more etra West Coast. Meti ejmamo West Coast team idine. Nyame yira azoro na ko. But tamuzi TV ya nzone na me be grenu. Musical but sense ya paka ma be cry so TV ya.
I just move around and people say I remember last 3 weeks I visit Poppy is like no, but listen, I'm remote in the yes, comes with a lot of resources in the will be there. I think the intent is very clear. Is to put under on that level more pillar.
And the team has not done anything less than.
Oh yeah, we are still doing it. We are still doing it.
Again, I'm probably a Bokanya team now. I think so.
Okay. Mr. Bois.
Morning,
I'm quiet.
Yamalo.
Adam Musa.
me te pa ka kuru ni ale
Aka na de bla labo.
oh ya me adome konso ame de bela le labo aha konso adia me mamzema na national area meto zoro ara ma edi konso brombini akomezema sorry awunduzo brombini facha muchumisa nana imabisa ola na national area ma eto zoro ara awunduzo brombini nana wane onade bisema wanzo akomezema mpapa mbofra benya yabo ma edenana aswalia echiame konso ya eda nana wane oga kofi misema na mzema mame bofra ya albo de baba awuyi mo wane dikabala ma belani oga kofi ade misema na mzema papi agri se akobiza abiela about West Coast TV wa onduzwa titulu konwoswa Papi Agri sekrema information bela about West Coast TV so onduzuma abakonwo ma ekwalo zuro awo akeshia ni ilua Papi Agri wa de kabela ma wo bela ni misema na mdon mo ho media na mzema nana ajebu amwa kometo zuro anu nana wane onwanzo na mzema mankle ofre no bie krade nana owa kofiade wone misema kumase maso misema biela mo wone itie ye ewo West Coast TV be amla wasi ka abaza hwani ya
Yo as we come back to a production team about me la one because sometimes they be tend to Udumama Yabuboy and they don't know. These are names of many more. The last time I think we spoke about. Let me more you yeah, you talk about more. I'm happy to production to be like list more that kind into your car. Now your information center be like yeah papa more. Yeah from back. Billy's from your work. Okay, my brother said John. I'm on the 25th May. A day more yes celebrity AU African Union a group more member in Valley but one done here in Ghana you can't mention AU without talking about Kwame Nkrumah or other Pan-Africanists more valuable moja basically kind of looking for a united Africa more circular properly development or continent now at the back of celebrating AU Day, there's a massive xenophobic issues going on in South Africa. Africans driving away Africans. Is that a kind of unity? More like AU than xenophobic attack in South Africa?
All right, Betty, this is very interesting conversation. More, it's Nikki do West Coast down. It's do all the TV stations and couple of platforms. Africa came with because they say according to home yabode yeba yamnadia be yamabu rasuma be say yamnadia
azanzuro bada
scam be nika zunika sata homo ska fetanmo because e bia do make we ko juzo ne ni wonya la je fa yamnadia afa no ma ti an ko ho yabode yeba ni abode abadan zuro no beti e kan tun be nika e ba han tun afro so. You see, in 1963, more countries be independence. Be found the Yabahama won more care. Or Scabrasso, but come on, more number of more self crema continent in Yahosabe. Until Addis Ababa can be more, they form what we call the Organization of African Union and African Unity Seminar. And there were so many ups and downs. So some were 2002 through Tambo in Mbeki, that's in South Africa, right? We formed what we call the African Union more. And I mean, but it's like a team, a multi continent, a clean bono, your cry withstand foreign, slavery, the new colonialism, everything more, a cry a can for granted. You cry, you create China because the US so many states have come together, and then they have formed a solid and formidable state. So we can also do it. We can also do it. And so since then, AU has been in existence for a very long time. But as to whether they've been able to hold their mandates on their member states, that is another thing we need to look at. Unclear. But this year, it's just about celebrating. I want to quote it exactly as I have it here. I just want to have it. It's just about celebrating the 63rd years of existence. We're looking at the challenges and celebrating together among Korea. Yes, briefly. Challenge me, and we celebrating the success more AU chop for the past 63 years. But then the question is that okay, so behind that, what is happening in South Africa? If you are celebrating together, then Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, every country in Africa will use meeting there. Akwarikaba mbiomba leyi betin mo meti bemnadia, but they have divergent views of the whole continent is there. So we can talk of Burkina Faso, you can talk of Mnadia, that the Sahel region. You can talk about, they don't believe in some of the things we are saying. Clear. So I think we need to reorient ourselves. Lead us more about it. OAU about it. More translating how whatever my AU. I think we need to revisit the ideologies. Though we are trying to do some of them, like although after African Continental Trade, as part of it, governments, some countries in Africa have also, permitted or allowed free visa entry into their countries as part of building that United Africa. However, there are so many serious issues more we need to look at, and xenophobic attack in South Africa is one of the major concerns. Okay. Governments in various states have failed to deliver to the needs of their people, and therefore they feel if we cannot enjoy our natural resources, then my brother, my sister who is from another country should not be allowed. But we tend to forget that we are siblings from different mother. Clear. So that is one thing that we need to look at. For me, South Africa need to rethink about their attacks on the other African fellows. However, the leadership of every state should also do well to ensure that the resources in the community and the state are used for the betterment of the individuals in the state. Yeah.
Okay. Medicine John, I think he has dealt with this particular issue very well. Mr. Eboa Kenny. Mr. Eboa, we're celebrating 63rd anniversary of the AU. Do you think Africa still stand a chance of becoming a united continent?
Well, so when we talk about united continent, it is something that we are hoping for. And it is something that Yonibenya Kwame Nkrumah, from the early days of becoming a leader in Ghana and more specifically in Africa, that is what he championed for. Anka Mane Bibi Mali Muatin Yakaha Yako Woodmo na Yakon the Kama United States of America. So we have something called United States of Africa. But indeed, after 63 years, clearly it tells you literally the Kabbalah, because Africa is not together. And Africa is not together because one, we don't use one currency. We were told, and it was part of the plans, we will use one currency as an African country. And we were looking at the echo. As we speak, the echo has not come into fruition. We were looking at what we call free continental trade. Ameze bibimaza yakora yekili yanwu kwale menti azo Ghana akrako di kwale ewo Nigeria, azo Nigeria akobe di kwale ewo Ghana, azo Ghana akrako Burkina Faso, akrako Mali, akrako South Africa, akrako Kenya, any other African country bela more how bela labaon more. But meeting there are bottlenecks and there are challenges when it comes to as a free trade more kind. Ebiele akrasan la ele chelbela yoko Burkina Faso wa yama momo kodudo tomato si baka bakodoni e Ghana mani neke bo be yale what you call terrorist attack here. So meaning still now when it comes to as a free trade here, there are challenges. As we also have what you call security challenges on various continents, security threats on various continents, nations of Africa. For example, as a terrorist attacks more easily work. That is also a challenge, and that should tell us no, money still not you literally as a level and you literally the level where we have one continent, United States of Africa. Malumat in there, xenophobic attack on Ghana ama South Africa. Na mama mende tembela mkake yazone abele na yazone nnia abele anake nnia ya no bani ele abele nnia ezo abele no ya eba nti why sa Ghana ni ewo South Africa na se iye juma ehon South Africa mo edibibi ni ke ezala mo ye wo the same continent mo ye de abusuako kohwe isa wazo kohwe otu wazo kohwe afna wazo na ya duduke ko o mamicho wazo ana ko papa cho wazo na akiko cho wa ye moti ya de ko clearly it tells no still na there are divisions ewo yenu still na ne ku yele mo ye peka ye as a bibi man ne still na ne you truly as a level. So indeed we have come far, and AUD what are we celebrating? Celebrate here. So we are celebrating challenges, we are celebrating difficulties, we are celebrating hardship as African people. We are celebrating divisions all over. Yawa dikabe mo ebie idu constitutional rule vego. More eva otuve do se ni lady manezwa. In Africa, mala ayejuma. Xenophobic attack more easily over South Africa. I hope like Anka by now AU has started biting and even sanctioning as a country more yearly as that is South Africa. So that so that it sends a signal to minimum or other African countries. You don't do this. When you do this, these are the sanctions more akefesi, and it will be so deterrent that Biola will never try and do that. But Mezilo South Africa, my mom dear Mizi, and Mizi more by Yabava or Modi, Yamle Teleso. But I can confidently believe Belaya Umoshi and Belayalo Umoshi soon. So clearly it tells you Africa still none yawo ejuma bebre more is na ye mo tin ye won adoye abibima more yawo mani noke as a unity more ye because look, Africa is the richest continent in the world. Yaka agudi, yaka natural resources here. The bela ne kamo nyamale eva ewo yaboko. Menti yaka gold here. Ghana ye to gold pa yɛkɔ South Africa go to gold pa yɛkɔ ada made ya oil bauxite manganese arable lands azle look say yafa Ghana za nkokura mpo a na yesi say yeduo anaka ya azle ma yewe yele ye ejima mkamikro okay say yakura ye fedi the whole world Ghana za nkola than to talk about other African countries more arable lands. But still Africa is still lacking behind, and we are getting to the point where more in the brofle yafa the baby if I ebre ya ya wonshele ya import ya we don't get that comfort more yepe and I come to my mind yes Kenya. So Rich, for me mom there Africa we are celebrating AU Day 63 years, but after 63 years is our own care. Mradia achieve. Where have we gotten to? Where have we gotten as an African country? The basic things my seke yenya. So for me, 63 years, can Africa still get continental unity? And question I hope what I would say is that I should be optimistic and not pessimistic. Inti mam kahana ke yegwazro emo yebo or more mpai hoping a time will come where be mali more tin yakahan yawo yeko more as one continent na ama more benefit bela me would more fast de ben would more belani yesa yahan meti sir Rizal Moza dia ne mo makahane mabani si Asia nso elebuli me etala erele mu ati meaning there's hope for the future one year here once more than one no kotin there me more yakọ yaba we are getting leaders upon leaders in our monkey can we are just hoping one day Rebecca more the whole African country ka ha enwo kohod more mo bon pa ka escapala na eleye mena namo namda so mawu bie the benefit of as a so one is bizamedia I am talking of hope midi mo jidike mrebekara more Africa ka ha enwo ikowod more but Africa ka ha anaka bi man ka ha enwo ikowod more na ejina mamu ne more yezo ya abimane ka ha enwo ikowod more.
So Rich man me ye ejike working now. You see, the question as to when should we be ready for Ozo Unity? It's been a time about.
Mezia, let me read something small about what the chairperson for AU, Mohammed Ali Yusuf Ahane, Almani, and from there, then you come in with this one. It says, it says, today, Africa commemorates 63 years since the founding of the Organization of Africa Unity, a historic milestone that continues to inspire our collective pursuit of unity, liberation, dignity, and development. As we mark this year's African Day under the theme, 63 Years of Unity, Integration and Development, let's celebrate together. We reaffirm our unwavering commitment to the aspiration of Agenda 2063 and to building the Africa we want. So this one is everything that we are doing now is that we have an agenda, and that agenda is set at 2063. I will briefly look at what we seek to do or want to have in 2063. Say, African Day is both a celebration of our shared heritage and a recognition of Africa's growing role in shaping global affairs, guided by the spirit of Ubuntu. I am because we are. Our continent continues to champion solidarity, cooperation, and shared humanity in an increasingly uncertain world. Over the past year, Africa's voice has continued to gain prominence on the global stage. Our permanent membership in the G20 marks the historic step toward ensuring that Africa participate fully in global economic decision making and contribute meaningfully to international solutions to peace, climate, food security, trade, health, and sustainable development. And he said a lot with regards to how Africans can come together and so that you can. But at the agenda 2063, what do we seek? Now, this agenda is a long-term blueprint for transforming Africa. And what we seek to do is that in 2063, it means that AU would have been 100 years. And this is what we seek to do: economic growth and industrialization. So you remember the industrialization started in the 17th, were afraid. But in 2063, we want to see Africa fully industrialized. But we look at, if Africa is fully industrialized, what will it be for us as Africans? And a good governance and democracy. We have African countries where they are being ruled by the military. It's the African unity and integration, quality education and healthcare, youth and women empowerment, modern infrastructure and technology, free movement of Africans across the continent. Now, they have what they call the 7 aspirations of the Agenda 2063. It says a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development, an integrated continent, politically united and connected through infrastructure, good governance, democracy, and human rights. There's a peaceful and secure Africa, strong cultural identity and African values, people-driven development, especially involving women and youth. And lastly, Africa as a strong global player and partner. And so these are the areas more that inspires us to achieve this agenda. Now, major flagship project African want to see in 2063, key notable ones are the African Continental Free Trade Area and a single African passport, high-speed rail network across Africa. And this one is common in Europe. This is common in Europe, a high-speed rail network in Europe. Then African financial institutions. Mr. Yabua, you mentioned the currency. The currency. And this one from ECOWAS, we've been there. And silencing the guns initiative for peace. Silencing the gun initiative for peace. Then Pan-African e-network and digital transformation. 63rd AU in 2063 agenda. Agenda. We have a lot to achieve there. Are you ready?
Let the economy say.
Sir Rich, the big question is, and I like how you frame the question, are we ready?
Are you ready?
We should have been, or we have been ready, or should have been ready long time ago. Looking at the importance of something we call synergy. Yeah. I think in economics, right? That when the majority comes together, okay, the benefits that we can derive. 2063, right? Bisasha akwanzo robo krampa. Orobo bunukra yamadala ichi. But is this the only charter more Africa besete and there's been a lot of charters. There's been a lot of goals. There's been a lot of objectives being set by African Union. So year in, year out, we are unable to achieve as a goals.
So look at the AU's Millennium Development Goals, whether African were able to achieve. Well, then we came to Sustainable Development Goals, whether we're able to achieve those ones. What others are seriously trying to achieve those goals. I mean, let's ask ourselves, are we able to achieve them?
And the question was, okay, ready? Means more, let me do a canny and number is okay. Say, you're ready there. Many here more Billy Bomane by Madia, by Shelley too. Mabani say, one mobile holiday by the Balia, by Hamby Bocon. Why don't we go back to the initial charters, initial goals, initial principles, as Africans, na ye ya ya wonke so ye hora ye achieve ya ega ma ela yanye zo egali noa as Africans ya na skap Africans ehnaka ya amaze yejua na muan mo ha dia bale so that can be okon.
So let me help
so
you.
when you ask me are we ready it's for me I would say it's rhetorical.
So let me help you. In 2015, the UN set this 17 sustainable development goal to be achieved in 2030. We are in 2026. How many years? How many years to go?
We have 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe looking at the whole Africa, but let's look Ghana. Let's mirror it to Ghana. Just use Ghana as a case study to measure the whole Africa. Then let's ask ourselves, 17 of them. 1, no poverty. It says end poverty everywhere. Achievable? The next 4 years ahead of us.
By 2030,
we have just 4 years. As the successive government put in place measures to end this, the next 4 years me away, from 2015 up to 2026, Ghana K. But when you need that one, about the next 4 years, we can boldly say that indeed Ghana has made a significant move in ending poverty.
Move more in ending poverty, man. Politicians baza move down, the poverty back
okay, back here more. And this also says that the second goal is to zero hunger, end hunger and improve food security. The third one says good health and well-being, ensure healthy lives. Ghana, are we doing something?
Let me come to
I think
ending hunger and food security. Justice Bedu did a story, and in fact, it was one of his awarding stories. More yearly once he was at Joining, and it was about food security. Food security. Sarich, clear Ghana money. You use Ghana as case study. Clear Ohanmo Yulwas Roma Yeske ye Ohaile. Clear Ohanmo Yulwas Roma Yeske ye Zulu. Now, when you talk about food security, ye jenny more yedi, yale more yedi, more tea, I can more tea bonua. Now, clear ye oudure, clear ye in Jamville.
And this one zooms into the third goal. It says good health and well-being.
That is it, clear ye reverse. Now, after we are talking about food security. What constitutes food security? Care, aliamo yedua, aliamo yenezo or rotoba, aliamo yenezo or haile noba. Will be able to preserve yekezi ke ehibe po na se ya wondo do ya na ke pandemic beba na se olobokupu na se yerekora yekoho oroto yekoka ejime koka baale ka ya still na yekenya ale ekeli biza onke yava anda ye case study what processing factories anaka what warehouse a great warehouse do we have our Ahanta West, Ekeshe. Than to talk of other constituencies in our Monka County. Mradia warehouse here or more, your fire preserve, you know, Adubama, you do ama, Yahweh, Bay Zibia. Well, only be like Crampo, my today la. Name Zikaya Papa Maya Mammo, but what a certain technology more, but for preserve, Yali, Titru Abeli, Inti Abeli, before Kadakazo. Anasuka babubo kadake ewo bukure eslo ya fabele kwa kane anti yeku asene mo ezike eba mo atin na e preserve ya bele e farmer nti kwe kwa kane na nkote ma olobo frotwi na se ya start ke ye do engineer ezabele e koya yimo ya madia ye duwa. But that is the traditional way of preserving a oyuade honyanu technology ganyani wayanu yeriza ya wonke mrade ye as a country as Ghana ye to be able to preserve yale more yedua such that food security more ye kan ya ganua even though the state were Canada but mamma more because of man ni ke ye onwe ke yezi ya kra ne kanka nda ke won so yedu anu adoba ye orotijima. So why don't you have a warehouse, a preserving facility, a market which is ready to store your farmers when you adoba mo?
But so Mr. John.
Yeah, clear. But ma, you radio. I like the motivation more. It be about one. It's about the mindset.
Yeah.
Clear. All that you mentioned by Agenda 2063.
63.
AU didn't add the change of mindset of your leaders. That is the most unfortunate aspect of it. More to me, more care labua. Because your real is me on care, seeing a good mindset here. My came waiting, look 2063 crampo. Because when Kwame Nkrumah stood on that podium on the eve of independence, they may say Ghana's independence is meaningless
unless it's linked to
linked
the
to the total liberation of the African continent. Well, how many years was that? How many years was that? Now add that one too. I mean, what are we saying? What are we saying? Clear. How do you? Because we have allowed the whites to define things for us, and that's how it goes. Although zero, although poverty,
and poverty.
You say, who is a poor person? They said that it's supposed to be somebody living on less than one CD, 25. That's 25 pesos. Yes, 1.25, $1.25 a day.
Yeah.
And so if government think that, okay, let's make it even 1.30, it means the government has done well.
Yeah. But
so when we allow ourselves to be defined by this one, are we making progress? Are we making progress? So we should change our mindset. So that one should go into the AU's what do you call it? Target. Change of our mindset. That's what we need. Our leaders need to change their mindset. How we still receive the our education, our ratings, everything from the West. How much is $1.25 here? How much is it?
Usually around 12 cities.
And so you are defining that if the person gets 15 cedis a day, that person is not poor.
Yeah.
How much is go to PAT? How much is Banku? PAT doesn't give Banku less than 10 cedis today. So if you have 15 cedis, it means that you buy Banku 10 cedis. You can't buy meat. And nobody will give you that. And you say, I'm not a poor person.
You can buy egg.
So all of us must eat eggs. I mean, so we should change our mindset. So you see, AU as my brother said, AU itself is not ready. AU is not ready. If you don't change your mindset, what are you talking about industrialization? When your natural resources is being, controlled by external forces. One chunk of your how do you call it? It's the external forces that determines your finances. Very soon we'll go back to IMF. When your education, when people are just manufacturing phones, you are drawing trees, cooking its own food with pots. And you are saying 2063 we are going where? You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So for me, their mindset is very, very important. So that is one thing I think that it should have been added to.
We should need to work on our mindset as
Yes,
Africans.
the leaders.
In fact,
the
if
leaders.
care is not taken out, so other countries, many bases they can. If you left us, it's Ghana and Yekokene and back here, they will come and develop this area. We'll go and mess up there.
It is unfortunate.
And you see, I'm saying the 17 sustainable development goals because it's something that is propelling us into the agenda 2063. But as it stands, if you're unable to achieve any of them, it means that the Agenda 2063 will come and still will be at where we are.
Then
We've just offered ourselves enough time, but we are doing nothing.
now let me even ask you, if you mean business, this is a goal. If they don't achieve it, what should be done?
Nothing. This one.
So what should that this is what we are doing? This is a goal
And
that we are all of us are marshalling
sort of
towards.
collaborative effort to support the weaker ones. There may be other African countries that are suffering. Other African countries more things are not going well. Is there any support coming from other countries to help them? But all of us cry, we are suffering.
No, you see that is one thing. When Mekamo Kwame Nkrumah, Haneke Ghana independence is totally meaningless. What did he do? What did he do? He started helping countries with our small resources. He started helping them. But today, Ghana might be say, Odimo Kwame Nkrumah yentimo Kwame Nkrumah Ghana ye babaya. Cut it. Cut. I did. Yeah, I did be a chimney show. Mr. Kwame Nkrumah did me yellinty. Yeah, my Ghana ya Babanska Kwame Nkrumah for his square family there. If I watch it. But that man has got the brains. He say, "Say, Krabu and remember that switch in a jazz, easy question a jazz, yeah, can you bonnet a And today we are here. You see, so far as the West is there, West working. You coming together.
Very difficult.
You coming together.
It's a threat to them.
It's a threat to their survival. And that's why somebody is telling Macron, okay, if it doesn't work on his former colonies here, now the migration route will change from Europe to Africa. But the West don't want to come here, migrate to this place to come and then, work to go and live. No, they want to be there to live on their own environment, comfortable environment, and manipulate us. I get it. But we have leaders that yesterday, the last time we were talking about something that can help us development. Someone is saying that it's an agenda. I get it. We have leaders that partisan politics is our focus. Today, NDC is in power. Are you getting it, right? The next thing we are thinking of is election, how to win 2028 election. As to whether everybody will get $2 even threshold to go beyond the one poverty threshold. Nobody cares. NPP is not thinking about that one. Little, what's the name? Little something that you say becomes the agenda for the entire week, entire month. They will be discussing it. Do you get it?
We
Look at
measure
education.
on the minor.
No, we are not serious at
And
all.
the minor
And we
on
want
the-
to go into where? We want to be industrialized ourselves and those things. Charlie, we have nowhere else to go, you know. What do we have for this one? About glass factory. Where is it? Where is Bonsa Thai factory? Where is it?
You know, surprisingly, the last time I contact you can in a factory. I will learn at the mobile station. Bozwa scraps for over.
You get it. And we are talking about industrialization. Or do we have a country called Africa? Or it is individual countries that will, be industrialized to form the industrialized Africa?
Yes, individual countries.
And Ghana's one is being, sold to individuals.
I watched a video 3 days ago, and there's this guy who is in the Philippines. So he was interviewing one of the guys, and he's like, the guy says, I've heard of Africa, and to them, Africa is more or less like a country.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't know that Africa has close to 54 countries. It's like, I've heard of Africa. I'm told Africa is a rich continent or a rich country. So why is it that Africa? I've also heard Africans are poor. Why? So that is a. Should I even say the perception out there? It's not perception.
It's a perception out there. That's a reality.
That's a reality.
That's the reality.
We have everything, but we are poor.
Yes. Because people have conditioned our minds.
Exactly.
It is, you see, me, I'll sit here and forever sit here until we change the way we govern our system. I'll forever endorse or appreciate countries like Burkina Faso leader, because for me, if one person is leading us, and I'm so comfortable, I have all that I need in my life. There's no, poverty. I get the poverty level is beyond the $1 issue, and I can go and come. My siblings, my family lives comfortably. Accommodation is available and affordable. Healthcare is good, affordable, accessible. Education is very accessible to me and very affordable. What else do I need? What else do I need? After even speaking, and I can't even afford education. I can't even afford 3 square meals. I can't even, get affordable and good housing for myself and my family. Then what's the essence of me talking? What's the essence of me talking?
You see, Kwame Nkrumah said something great. He was talking about neo-colonialism.
Yeah.
That, look, the slavery will still be there, but this time around, they will be sitting elsewhere and controlling our minds. Bob Marley made a great song that we emancipate ourselves from mental slavery.
Yeah.
And until we do that, I tell you, Sir Rich, Africa will not get anywhere. Until our leaders begin to hold the bull by the horns, like Adam Traore has done, okay? And as my brother alluded to, it will be very, very difficult for we, the people of the black race, to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Because now everything is being, controlled by the West. And of course, it is when the West say that you are doing good, then we believe that we are doing good. It is when the IMF come and say that, oh yes, you are managing your economy well, then we believe that indeed we are doing well.
And they are so good at this that they look at political parties, and when Party A comes, they will come in there, then Fitch report, something will come, and come and grading systems, and they just
SMP
do them.
and those kind of things. So that is the level we have getting to. So for me, our African leaders should be aware, should know the mechanisms of neo-colonialism. And that is what is letting Africa down. And our leaders have not averted their minds to it, because Kwame Nkrumah was giving a strong warning that, hey, black, be watchful. Mawayelake. Even though ye independence, even though ye won, but we are not totally free. There's something that is coming, and that is called neo-colonialism. And that is what is bedeviling the African country.
So neo-colonialism is now the new niche in Africa. That is the new thing. That is really killing us. Let me go to Facebook. I'm reading AE zone. Jemima Empress Ando, it says Queen is looking with a love emoji there, like Queen say you are looking beautiful. Yeah. It's what Ali Multimedia. Ali says good presentation, but please, is it English or fancy show? Good morning. So Ali, we are doing we are doing English, we are doing fancy, trying to serve always, trying to serve all corners of the region. And see Ali, that is it. Wakene Philemon Atta say Queen is looking pretty good. Hey, everything is on Queen today. Why am I so fixated on how good Sir John is looking? Cosmos answer. He says, come here, Sir John. I'll give his number out and see. Whoever met me the last time, just be your guard and let me get you the number. Empress again says you guys are looking good at this morning. Thank you for coming in with your comment, like and share for us. Is here you there when you're there? Your bar, sir, your two argument so.
Anda West Amazedi, Marmo Costa Morning Show, Yguazule, Unumane Bre, Bawazi, debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na nda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onmare fo wazo be ne me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mare ka meso ye dia ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake me bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawaze neri anda on komo anda ekane yezwa anda anda West Coast anda mazedi edio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre bawaze debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onumare fo wazo be ne me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mare ka meso ye dia ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake me bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawaze neri anda on komo anda ekane yezwa anda anda West Coast anda mazedi edio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre bawaze debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onumare fo wazo be ne me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mare ka meso ye dia ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake me bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawaze neri anda on komo anda ekane yezwa anda anda West Coast anda mazedi edio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre bawaze debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onumare fo wazo be ne me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mare ka meso ye dia ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake me bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawaze neri anda on komo anda ekane yezwa anda anda West Coast anda mazedi edio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre bawaze debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onumare fo wazo be ne me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mare ka meso ye dia ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake me bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawaze neri anda on komo anda ekane yezwa anda anda West Coast anda mazedi edio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre bawaze debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onumare fo wazo be ne me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mare ka meso ye dia ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake me bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawaze neri anda on komo anda ekane yezwa anda anda West Coast anda mazedi edio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre bawaze debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fo azon chiamame keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan da bua kamo me pebela ne wonmo me West Coast TV ye bari an da nkome na kude bie ma ye bela ne onmare fo waso be ne me na ye beba wo na ye hiri mare ka me so ye de ya ye bua asanka ye bua ye bo an da bua kama ba an da la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri an da nkomo an da e kan ye zo an da Anda West Coast, anda mazedi dio, marmo Costa Morning Show, yegwazule, onumane bre, bawazi, debie, ma ye belane bomod na fuazon, chiamamie, keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo, na anda West Coast Steve moya eke buake, ya eka anda buake mo, ma ye pebelane wonmo, mene West Coast TV, ye beli anda unkome, na kudebie, ma ye belane onumane fuazo bene mie, na ye beba umo, na ye vihiri mane kame swedi ya bue, asanka ye bua ye bo anda bua kama bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda onkomo anda e kan ye zo anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo Costa Morning Show yegwazule onumane bre ba wase debie ma ye belane bomod na fuazon chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve moya eke buake ya kan anda buake mo ma ye pebelane wonmo mene West Coast TV ye bari anda nkome na kudebie ma ye belane onmare fuazo bene mie na ye beba omo na ye hiri mare ka meso ye de ye bue asanka ye bua ye bo anda buake ma ba anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda nkomo anda e kan ye zo anda anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo Costa Morning Show yegwazule onumane bre ba wase debie ma ye belane bomod na fuazon chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve moya eke buake ya kan anda buake mo ma ye pebelane wonmo mene West Coast TV ye bari anda nkome na kudebie ma ye belane onmare fuazo bene mie na ye beba omo na ye hiri mare ka meso ye de ye bua asanka ye bua ye bo anda bua kama bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda nkomo anda e kan ye zo anda anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo Costa Morning Show yegwazule onumane bre ba wase debie ma ye belane bomod na fuazon chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast Steve moya eke buake ya kan anda buake mo ma ye pebelane wonmo mene West Coast TV ye bari anda nkome na kudebie ma ye belane onmare fuazo bene mie na ye beba omo na ye hiri mare ka meso ye de ye bue asanka ye bua ye bo anda bua kama bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda nkomo anda e kan ye zo anda anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo
na wane ma me have school be environment ewo anda ke and that has to do with Greater Grace School Sapa school baba pa na akaba oya kohodia in the Greater Grace School GSS anti wakakula iko KG ewo nursery pedika more schooly ba ma snack ba ma hali ba ma omotia. That's Greater Grace for you. Our per school more or a nice playground for wakula based on the curriculum here. I can't like akabako in that 1 year. So John, Greater Grace school baba pa.
Yeah, the school more. Baba when you be doing what we see. Akwakania sebe kro ni baba bele kro kafre almost maraza ankwala na me do dies marason ne ngraba suma fa bafa kana mo. Meti seka kabla ba ha ba wakane. Akwa awdole wakane. E de school more akwa mbe yakizala no ma wonke e de school mo akwa na afọ kora fa akwa na akora akwa de wawdo akwa wujimazo mo azu no chu mekran chu a aba woga anake nhyermo akana ne anbeye beti ye recommend school fa ma obrobala.
That is Greater Grace.
Greater Grace ya. Temra mkamje bukaka anambamba ni se ni deka ayamwa na agba wela ni idia amomi ni birthday nti se apa de baba ka dede oga na ala ya oga ka ayamwa bani maka am Greater Grace nkabanka ma biela mo iti anake ikrai tedi kwakura na mfaso ewurazo tedi kwakura na mfaso ura zo ma eze kwakura za abusu amela no azara ni enle akon mane anaka twunwa ma wonu mo na mpo anda mane mu ati na ya anda mane mu ati etahane a the whole region so mfaso agazo ansana national ansana the whole world the kakopala ya sapaka oga ya chibi as a fit ya mame some can go farmer mele Greater Grace your child is safe with us. Sorry.
Okay, so your child is safe with us, Greater Grace. Yeah, no one ya can't ya kaba kamawa. But in Zre Juazi, and how many I was surprised, ke Bedibonso area Kenny for so many years in there, and my brother Kenny and Mani got flooded. So John, I don't know whether if Almani will Kenya, but I was surprised because for some time in Zule Iyiba, Oka bridge case labor can it do one more. The Dibonso Wally Mada can teachers barrier a crack or can for my brother man near Yakrafo, but for Almani Monica Evo, in fact, ne edidia more a hardly.
Yeah, I think there are so many factors more very responsible for the occurrence make easy. I'm already working on it being a part of his say zero more utri. This is the beginning. The inchkanchim will move away and win. Betty Kizre there, Babia Camnadia. Clear. I'm okay. I'm the human induced factors mostly economic. Although Unzrume Ella. My brother can more like many, my brother and I gonna betche, very bonsu, a yelene. I don't care about you or Hanny Pecania, Numozi pa, can't wait, Numozi. As I mentioned, some stores will make engine a Hanny penny at the American money. In my debut Mozi. Ya, Miss Me or Canny Sonny, no mazine, you had a breath far more. Plastics. Yeah, and the Nini Bumo money, you have a far more. Betty, I mean, I'm not surprised this time, Recamons Renike Kwane Echo. Recamons Renike Kwane, this time we are seeing those things, and it should be a worry to all of us because in Zule, because it's about we are just entering into June. Unless something dramatic happens, other than that, June, and what are you going to do about some of these things? So I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised because of Hamza attitudes being here. Me surprised because my expect is here working here. For sometimes in Zrebedua, you dredge got a what's at this time? Other dredging in Labarazwa. So I'm asking the NCE, okay, this time dredging more your kind. Minute Labarazwa. We need to dredge or got them or canino. Near in Zulia where you are one more. Other than that, Zulia said it was raw a flood. And knowing very much this year's the rainfall pattern is going to be very serious. It's going to cry to be a farmer. It's very serious, yeah.
And if you are not careful, it's high.
Sarich. There's a Nzojoko. Timbela naka Olbabella Yabuakia Yakamojoko. Must we be talking about this every year? Bellamont Nzwe Kayi Iti Ana. Are we saying K Amazaya Sabe Timamumai Benti Yezi Yahao Yohanimo Yedu as well Yakayi Yahao wa Akanyana. Timbela naka every other year Bella. nzuro yi tipe ne nzuro start ka ifa meni ne ma meni benye ne efite ne kanu hwane eye mane and nzuro me ka mojo ko medio na skapa nzuro Branzamo eyi itio Branzamo nzuro za eyi itia and de agmadaba and if care is not taken nzuro yetu asusueza mmerenu a kame ye wonma right nti yetu June July ya if care is not taken nzuro say kra twu na nkoten ma ifa kale hane. So the question is mrade amaze yeye to make sure care nzuro ho aneza ikala kania one ebiele mamne mo yakora kwato owura ne yese ya fele ne ya gina aliye ya ba ya ziezulo that can lead to as a flooding anaka nzulo yile mo yenwe ewo ye screenshot ye screen izu. So indeed it is collective responsibility ye mo tin ye de yela yes cap mahara mo we say I don't know how to describe my equalizro ewo Ghana mani no ke say ye ya duni ye vi da azio say mradio keke the kamamzi yezike ekene ede owura my letrela anaka my today la ye papa mo owura nu vaginally awake nti so ga ke ekehye ede owura nu vaginally awake fine technology ga yanyi unko but how are we even using technology to make sure ke say ye china alia wo owura nu a ilesi nzuro hane such that nzuro ka ko don mo ko but you have people making sure ke be vele ogula you bo do feeling ye ba bo gwa ogula mu atin ezo enti nzuro chua why went it flat?
Well, I think the situation is very serious. Crew, aside Kenzuro, if my brother come out here, you can also nzuro mo yeze, ele impact work hands as well. And I'm this Kekisu, one of the best asphalts, very easy.
I can't run it, man.
Meti say, your mouth will be cause neseke. Then you won't care, you're hand. This time you have engineer who is heading our assembly. Last year, by gradually. This year, maybe this year, what has happened? What is happening? More, according to GMET, we should expect heavy rainfalls. But at the time we hear heavy rainfalls here, I mean, how ironical.
But in the coming days, we will engage the NADMO coordinator for Hunter West near plans more NADMO. We don't need to wait for something to happen before you have Maria Sakane.
No, but Rich, I think the greater responsibility lies on Amiaso Timamuma. So I don't know why the municipal assemblies will allow care or Wulano the original layer. And I also don't understand why more Ameye say you squad jikin you say or Wulano.
But I mean, I also deal with the works department to make sure we invite them now. But
so what is happening?
Like, we don't even go for permits.
What is happening?
You see, with the permit issue, clear. I'm saying, you know
process how much you be charged.
Yeah, guys, I'm sure they are doing a good job and this thing. But you know about hobo. You see, you know about hobo. Anke some of these things you along, anke along way. Ako le kaba ebi china ebiokrato owora iyezu rechima mom clear but azu me come go agwanda akiyo clear my brother can more mezi yeze na akosie nzureze ekure yi nkoten expand indicate nzureze here more space but you have allowed many more na the virgin gina store kene but if abielezukwa ye krenzwe level amom clear ye irresistibles yes choice was what nzwe kwedu eto if you go elsewhere it is there.
My brother said that was the
yes my brother but I can nzwe nwesi the be most
Anyway, Kremu behind the Nzrezel.
yes.
No, but
so this time
be fairly. I think that's what Chilla. Is it my brother mother can be more by fairly can you
so the pressure of
you get it. And I'm not too sure okay they can exam. So I Pfizer got there. I do as one and cutting fabric in the baby bone. So I'm too sure okay. As I got there, so I could you declare any ABA.
Yeah, kind of bed. I think there has been a space worker. But clear, I'm okay. One, I'm already designing. Yeah, there's climate change. Meti, Nzreza mun design. Tamo Nzreza nike chuze is true. Yeah, the tamo is ke chu jiken so ne, itu kezile. Mom clear. Meti, si ya mitigate yenye ni be, ye fi ye clear do mo climate change ekoya. Merema se be boa ke ye kan mo joko ehyenega. But I'm expecting ke ye wo nadmo ye wo kafreya. Some of the areas more ye 20 things ke bo mo bane. And bedi bonso ekane ekanamo. I sure ke seka wall po wall po bo bi ke bo gwarka be yo. Seka wall se ya me wo kan ya. Answer this me sure teachers back and say
I think we'll engage him. I'm sure the NADMO coordinators should be able to engage the assembly. I mean, they should collaborate. I mean, so that they can areas where they can be killed moduma. That's why drip in machines and they work in here. So that
no, but Sarich, I mean, the money we are also contributing to
the problem is what I mean. I'm the problem in that. Problem is what I mean.
Otopo nzuremo ya kamo besibama ya kan anake yele agenda. We have not done technical assessment today.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I know it all. But look, Sir Rich, I can tell you we cannot take the impact of Galamsey from even in the report. Even in the report is a clear report here. Beyamani any there to man in a lab. He was alluding to Galamsey. Why? Jedaki will say, oh, Scapper, or do me, you do Galamsey would more. The last time I visited the place, Kebeso, Sir Rich, Nizamisi, O Durezan, Nzrehani more, or Hanmon Zredu and was saying, yet be ye Galamsey would. And look, it's not small joke you. But to kumama kumai ho deep pa. Maybe in the coming days he will come and show drone shots. Na ma many banwe ma equal zero. But the question is, why must we do this to ourselves? Why? Why must we do this to ourselves? And say I'm just referring to how the money in the why must we do this? Where are our community leaders? Chiefs bowenaka. Unit committee members bowena. Assembly members bowenaka. MC, MP bowenaka. And this is what is going on. But I can't bese maka alaya agenda. But we have a role to play.
Oh yeah.
So as a media person, my role like my colleagues could not money much uncle. Hey, my colleagues work share you. Make way the pair gam agenda. And he said, and ya be more sabi. Any boss ya. Never like and ya won't a bed can be well. Menti esika kwampa ne edakane ne ikra. And that is what is going on in Ghana Manu Nikishi. Why must we do this to ourselves? At the end of the day, it's impact a bar my emoting, it affects your moting. I'm hoping for that a day when elections, the day my elections say, but can cover the ballot papers or Otopone. Ne Nzure Juna Kote Yava
it's unlikely, December.
Ne Juna Kote Yava then we'll look at how you send ballot papers to Otopo. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? Why must we get here?
But you
Missy crying. Medical cram, no, to the Cabela Pomo, you say, Papa, back school crown ponies are rich. Na Yenzulu, Kiana, the new old Duli, Mepo, but wa omo nhyehyele ye wo de kakoma ye sanzulo ye wo de kakoma ye pedanyeni ye wo de kakoma ye bia even the akoma ye bia po ye de kakoma male bia ye wo de kakoma menya bia. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Me pomo ye say sabe you remember Nipo back to school earlier Nipo they had measures to protect your environment. They had measures to protect your Ohayile. They have measures to protect Yenzulu. And I remember even there are times they will tell you okay as Ohayile Ipo what is a pool bahonmo. But why? And I'm going to say Nimdiera knowledge era. Look at the way and manner more we are destroying your environment. Ebie nunzula. The cabinet making a better than it did. Without knowing rubber and this age, even at school they teach you what to call degradable and biodegradable, non-biodegradable materials. At school of bakery. Why are we doing this to ourselves? And you know, rubber at the times here, edit the amount a poto. And edit the amount a poto, at school of bakery, a bizer, it competes with the nutrient war as raining. And of course, have some negative impact on Azle. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Now we have gotten to the point where we are doing galamsey or wulanu. Or wulanu. We are doing galamsey in the middle of Nzulu, yeah, river, in the middle. Edike be kan po a epe na wa nke be ye galamsey we epe ye Nzulu be mo bele ye galamsey be ye yegwa odure nu anaka yegwa krana ile ni. But in the middle of Nzulezai, that is where we are doing galamsey. And sometimes when you want to talk about it, if you don't you say I like your politics. If you don't you say you want to do agenda. If you don't you say you want to make his or her political party unpopular. Meanwhile, the thing is happening. We are killing ourselves gradually. Why? Why must we do this to ourselves? Do you know the impact of mercury here? As a sign I name mercury near the ademon you to Yenzuloni. Or do a confidently or in the. And these are the things that enters the sea. And it enters the sea. Do you know the impact that it will have on us? But I can't. If you don't you say you are making my party unpopular. If you don't you say you are doing an agenda. If you don't you say madam. Like how? Why must we do this to ourselves? Assembly member dake elakraka. Grumbling dake elakraka. Esa nke ezai esawuru anumobi. Anake bechi sebogwa mother. So, Sarah, me, it's them crazy. And Mojurumpo Madeto that we have to get to this point where we have to come and talk about it. And now we are now calling on NADMO. We are now calling on MCE for resources more. And now we have to go and throw it elsewhere because of more negligence. Why must we do this to ourselves? In this modern day era and time, why are we doing this to ourselves? Just because of a political interest in it, just because of a greediness in it, just because of a isukama a painty. No more. The larger population, we are going through troubles. It's damn crazy, and I think we are getting to the point where we need to stop this. We have to get to the point where we say, no, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And now I want popo, I want a puffin, I want as a good number. Good number. Yeah, I love this proposal. I won't be approaching answer now. I can walk over Calamada.
I didn't ask one.
Good number. No, the genuine war won.
Okay. There's a good day.
Pity.
We can that's all the money a fair year for you. Idia I could go can
Are you?
Idia you, I could be. Oh, I've forgotten the green.
Avanla.
Idia
Now we are losing all these things. Once the last time I was in Nime.
Yeah, very difficult. Now, I'll let you couple of fast, couple of
Modoku.
yeah.
You see, so in fact, my mommy dear, my real will my cousin, my real woman, and it's hard time more. I'm a more yet the money is a Yakaba, you Korea, Sana more in here. My father, Masakaya Yene. Yeah, because it's getting too much.
The company will be engaging young men member assembly. Na young men in home, you went for woman that cover it. Don't forget, we have a scheduled interview with Honorable Ebenezer Asian Sabazo, the Okon and the Honorable Loma Nozoba, the Bakasala will do justice to that. I will be speaking a lot on issues about himself, right from Nakuma Zuma now becoming or now being the Deputy Communication Officer for the NDC here in Western Region. And again, the next item he wants to get, which is a substantive the substantive secretary, communication officer. We'll be talking much about the NDC, and what is going on here. Meritua, you can't miss this particular. So no one, allow us to get my now, a special birthday to Teacher Kofi. Teacher Kofi Abrantie, my sports presenter at Jah FM, and Teacher Kofi Abrantie, happy birthday. My is on West Coast, my moi, fire, in Pabalake, now many war banny, na Ila, na the Belama and the Belani, because Teacher Kofi Abrantie of Uja FM. Na many no one allowed us to ask about message about Hale, Yakinga, Yavamala said John, I say no one, Yahan Sale, Mr. Yaboa so, no one is also Yahan Sale, all the way from Congo, so that's more valley. Oh, message about Hale, allow us. Last message is on Isaac Opari. It's a very good job. Isaac, thank you for coming in with this particular message. LHS, Yabadokon. Honorable Asian Bakasala who come na ya development ya hala